Welcome everybody to the Mixtape Coming Soon podcast. I'm your host Chris.
Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Jeffrey.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jimmy, and you're watching the Mixtape Coming Soon podcast.
In light of March Madness, we're going to talk
Mixtape Coming Soon podcast. Leave a like and subscribe.
Interrupt me again.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get right into this.
Interrupt me again.
Alright, go.
Alright, so we've been debating back and forth about whether college athletes should be paid or not paid. But I think Jeffrey might be a low-key MAGA supporter, low-key Trump supporter, if you will, you know what I mean? He's on the right wing.
So I'm gonna give you guys a little background story, right? There's this guy right named Zion Williams, right? Maybe you guys heard of him, maybe not. If you guys didn't, don't watch this podcast. It's fucking basketball related.
Don't do that to the viewership.
Okay, I'm sorry guys, I'm just lying. So this is my stance. They shouldn't get paid from the college, and his side is they should get paid. Pay these players. He wants to unionize the players, basically. So that's it. But let's talk about that. You guys leave a comment below what you think. So you go, Chris. I'm gonna let you understand.
Jimmy, what's your stance, man?
Oh, you're just
Yeah, I think they should definitely get paid.
Definitely
Get paid. Because first, don't they get a lot of money from the seedings, then from the views, and then from someone else forgot what it was though. And then don't they got merchandise too?
They get merchandise.
And if they're not getting, I'm not saying pay them fucking NBA salary. I'm
Right.
saying like give them a little chunk of what they're making.
Jeffrey thinks
But low-key, I heard they paid them just to join their college.
Yup, they do get paid. On
That's-
the table.
That's low-key
That's
though.
One example, just the most recent, is DeAndre Ayton. His mom got a little baggie, a little doggy baggie of money just to go commit to wherever the fuck.
as you
We'll
should.
go on.
They should be getting paid, and like people like say they shouldn't. I don't think that's right, man. Because like these people are like putting their blood, sweat, and tears on the floor every night.
You know what?
I'm saying?
You know what the thing is though? It's kind of like if you pay one player, you gotta pay all
That's what I'm
players.
saying. And then
And not
this
all-
guy,
and not
that's
all-
what I said. Because look, it's not. This isn't like he was talking about. Like this is capitalism, right?
Yeah.
You can't just. There's only like maybe 5 or 10 good players people watch nationally,
And they should be able to get paid.
and they shouldn't be getting paid not everyone in the same team should be getting
This
paid,
is what I'm saying.
especially the same amount.
This is what I'm saying. In college basketball right now, there's probably about like 10, 12 people that
Really
that
watch.
people that they're the reason why they're paying for the games they're watching. But the thing is, like, if you pay, let's say you pay Zion Williams,
Yeah.
that means you're gonna have to pay everybody on the team.
No,
I know, even if it's like, but then the argument makes no sense then.
Now, what the NCAA does is not only they don't pay the players, they don't allow them to make their own money. So when you go to the NCAA, like they own everything. They own
Right.
your likeness. They own everything. So if I'm Zion Williamson and I want to make a YouTube channel and I want to sell ads on my YouTube to make
Right.
some bread, I can't do that.
Right.
The NCAA will own everything, and I can't go to the club and do like a pop up
Right.
and get a little 5K bag and send back home to my family because
Yeah,
the
but
NCAA
if you're
Listen
saying
to this. He says that right. So
that's capitalism right there, man. You gotta let people make their own bread.
that's not capitalism. Because when you sign a contract, right? When he applies, puts that little hat on, with the logo, real happy with wrapping the logo, right? If it says that, then you gotta abide by the rules. You know what I'm saying? So like, they're not gonna change it just because some people on Twitter are saying, "Hey, they'll play." There's like an example I gave him before is Emmanuel Mudiay, right? He didn't go. He went pro for 1 year, and then he got drafted. Or Don Maker, he just went straight to the league. There's players that you don't have to go. And plus, guess what? If you're good enough to be in the NBA, you're gonna be paid like $3 million like 2 years from now. What's the difference? Talking about.
The difference is my family hungry right now.
That's what they get paid on.
I'm hungry.
That's what they get paid underneath the table, man.
I'm hungry.
Like, they're that good. They get paid underneath the table.
I agree that players should get paid, but like the argument still stands is like if you're gonna pay Zion Williams,
Exactly.
he's gonna do right.
Yeah. they'll do it.
Pay him however much you want to pay him. The thing is like, that means you gotta pay everybody on his team,
That's
including the bench.
And that's socialism.
And then
That's
if you
not
and,
capitalism.
and then if you don't want to pay the bench because nobody wants, then why are you paying why are you sending them out?
I don't think it should be salary based. I think it should be a percentage wise. So like if we selling jerseys,
Right.
let everybody get a percentage. What the school makes from their jerseys, let everybody get a percentage. So obviously Zion is gonna make the most money off his jerseys,
Right.
and everybody else probably won't. So I think you should do it off of merch and let people make their own money. I don't think that college should just hand out checks because they're already giving like tuition and shit. But my name is on the jersey. You know what I mean? This is my jersey.
I honestly didn't even know you could buy jerseys from college players.
Yeah. And that shit goes right to the school.
So look, they could do percentages, right? Let's say they do, right? After that, they'll still complain about the ad revenue, right? The pop-up shows, right? That's just one little snowball effect of everybody getting paid sooner or later.
But everybody's getting paid except for the college athletes.
That's
just
how
everybody
it is.
wants to see.
That's just how it is.
That's why I think it should change. You're saying it's just how it is.
And the thing is,
and look, if they care that much, because I feel like people care more than the players themselves. Because Ben Simmons had like a little thing he talked about it, right?
Yeah, a little
A year later, ain't nobody talking about that in the NBA right now. Ain't nobody saying you gotta pay these players. There's no little campaign. There's no like the best players sitting out games. Because if they really want to, they could do some capping and shit and just sit out the games.
Yeah, they should.
And you know, put a dent. So they shouldn't pay. That's what I was telling them. The big people, the NCAA, they shouldn't pay them. They gotta make them pay them. You know, like that's different. Like they're not gonna just freewillingly think, hey man, the fans want them to get paid. We're gonna pay. Nah, if they're not saying nothing, if they're not doing anything to contribute to that campaign, then that's their fucking fault.
So what I see too, they are somewhat getting paid though, because it's kind of like let's say when Zion Williams goes to Duke, right?
Yeah.
They're basically giving him a highlight reel for the whole career, for that 1 year, which adds his value to getting scouted by NBA players, by NBA recruits.
We seen Zion dunking on niggas since he was.
Yeah, dude, that was high school. He was playing with he was playing with kids. So I think that's a good argument too, cause like they're getting compensated not with money, but with that
with exposure.
Not exposure, cause they're already in the public eye, but kind of like they're like investing the time in there so they could get a better outcome when the NBA draft begins.
All the NCAA is free marketing for the players for the NBA. That's all it is.
Yeah, which I think is which some may say is even better than like 50K a year, because
they're gonna get paid regardless. If they're good to be getting such high percentages of jerseys sold, that means they're good enough in the NBA. They're gonna have like 3 mil 2 years from now.
So like let's say
that's what they don't even complain. That's why the players complain like, hey guys, you should all fucking make a union or rally up.
The only thing I could say to that is like, what if somebody gets a catastrophic injury?
Then they shouldn't even be in the NCAA. Then they should go to overseas. And now it's even better. Let's see how many people actually skip the college, because now there's a program, the G League, that they're gonna implement in 2021, where you can skip college and then do like a little G League thing and get paid like $100K a year. Let's see how many people do that.
And to be honest, the people that like when people like whoever thinks they shouldn't get paid, then if they honestly think that they could contribute but not watching the game.
Exactly.
Or not going to it. And then
that's what I'm saying. It's not pay these players. That's the only thing I'm talking about. It's not pay these players. The players gotta make them pay them, because they're not free willingly gonna just give them the rules that they want. They gotta start a campaign. If I seen players sit out games, right, they go, I can't play, right. If I see players, the NBA vets they're rallying behind. If there's none of that happening and people are just complaining on Instagram and Twitter and shit, that's their fault.
I think they should definitely unionize.
Well, that's what they.
The big thing.
And I agree with the percentage part. I didn't even think about it. The percentage is a good thing, but that's not gonna happen just willy nilly. Like it's a company. It's like a.
So what I think is the percentage part be dope, because then everybody.
Guys, what do you guys think right now? If you want me to tell you to stop talking, just tell me.
Yeah, you cut me off.
Yeah, just tell me.
What they should get percentage parts, because then everybody will get paid with their value.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what they gotta take out is the whole they can't make money for themselves.
Yeah.
Like with the YouTube channel, the blogs, the little things. Because I feel like even if you're like you're Zion, like if you're not in that kind of realm that well, a bench player may make more money.
Yeah, especially
because they're more like.
Especially if you're in a small state, and all they have is college basketball. You're like the number one star in the whole state.
That's kind of weird how they do that for NBA players.
Yeah.
I don't know if the rule still exists, but I remember you can't make money outside. Like you can't go to a club.
NBA players.
No, they could.
It's completely different. Jimmy Butler.
The only thing they can't advertise other brands.
Yeah, that's different. Jimmy Butler, KD, they all have YouTube channels.
And J.R. Smith, he got the Supreme tattoo, he had to cover it up.
Right. But as J.R. Smith himself, he got like a sneaker store and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, Iman Shumpert and Russell Westbrook, they got the clothing brands.
LeBron got his own fucking agency for NBA.
Uninterrupted, don't he?
Yeah.
He co-founded that shit. So yeah, NBA guys are good, but they're going on the right track because I like the rule that they did that you could skip college and go to like a G League kind of program. Have you heard of that?
Oh, but it's not in effect yet though.
No, I'm saying, but like in 2021. So I'm saying they're going in the right direction in terms of what you're saying. But that's my thing. I don't think I'm gonna change because.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think.
What you think, man?
Yeah, if I'm Zion,
yeah, kneeling or you're not kneeling is the question. Cause shit, because that's true. That's a good point.
Nah, I honestly do think them without getting paid, they're still getting a lot of value out of.
So what's your stance now?
Nah, I think they should get paid, but percentage wise, they gotta be that lift. I mean that band of trying to make your money on your own. That gotta be lifted.
Yeah.
The percentage and yeah, pretty much it. They get paid with it, but I still think like, all right, if you're a viewer watching, if you don't want to contribute, don't watch the game, don't buy the merchandise, don't go to the games, and then if you're a player and you don't agree with it, then don't fucking go to college.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you aren't in college because you want to get that free scholarship,
just sit out.
Just sit out.
Be the first person to start the revolution.
But these are 18-year-old like jocks, like they don't.
So then they can't be. So then
you know what I mean?
That's their fault then.
But yeah,
because the year after they get drafted, they're automatically so smart. They gotta get correct.
I honestly think it's like I can see both arguments. So but I'm still kind of like leaning towards them getting paid. But the thing is like them playing for a year, 2 years, 3 years
to get paid like millions.
They're getting compensated.
Yep.
When they get recruited, because they're gonna have crazy highlights, their stats gonna go up, their value's gonna go up as a player. So that means they're gonna get a better contract from the NBA.
But I think with the top recruits, people already know that they're gonna get drafted.
Yeah, that's true.
But
people knew Zion.
Okay, but I'm talking about the like, you know, everybody else after the first round. They're all basically there.
But it's also the NBA scout's job to find these players too.
Yeah, but the thing is,
no, that's nitpicking at this point.
Let's say there's one dude goes to college, right? 4 years, he goes to Duke 4 years. Let's say he goes D1, but I don't know D1.
Yeah.
He'll get a better offer from a NBA team after those 4 years in college than if he left right after high school.
But the argument to that is they could get injured and they'll draft stock will drop just like MPG.
It's like
so that's not a good. I'm not talking about, but the middle ground I'll go with is they could do the YouTube and all their own revenue, their private revenue, right? As long as there's like a certain schedule they could keep with the college because they're still athletes at the end of the day, and also the percentage-wise things. Because guess what, like, and this you think this would be like you think that'd be like you said, right? Dumb jobs. You think they'd be like, hey guys, I'm vlogging. No, they're not gonna do that. But if they want to, if they want to feel like they won that little fight, give them that. Give them percentages.
I feel like,
and just know that 80% of them are not gonna go to NBA. They're not gonna get paid regardless.
I feel like the percentage will work well for the mainstream players, the superstars, and then the lift them so they could lift the band of. That will benefit the smaller ones.
So that's my middle ground about that.
So pretty much everybody get paid a good amount.
Yeah, that's my middle ground.
That was a good discussion.
What do you think about that middle ground? You agree with the middle ground or
I mean, yeah.
No, you're not.
I don't think the NCAA just hand out checks.
But yeah, they make.
But they do hand out shit. That's the thing, though. There's been many cases.
It's not the colleges. It's like Nike giving out the checks. It's the schools giving out checks.
But that's still associated with the games, though. And there's still so many reports.
Plus, it's like you're getting free education from like a top school in the country.
Man, come on, man.
If you know you're not gonna make it to the NBA.
And plus, many people
ride that way.
And many people say they get paid underneath the table regardless.
Yeah, that's unspoken.
This is like known things between the NBA stuff. And
yeah. What started? Do you remember?
No.
That's what we think about the that's our stance. I think we made a good middle ground though. Give them the percentages and let them make their own revenue. As long as it's in a certain schedule that won't mess up their athletic, responsibility.
Right. Yeah.
But give us your topics. Give us your opinions, not topics. The fuck. Give us your opinions of what you think, whose side you on, Boldy. Oh shit! We didn't get 50 likes.
No hat.
We didn't get 50 likes. You didn't even know hat. We could go into that for a couple minutes. I mean, ain't nothing to talk about.
What was that?
Oh yeah. Since we talk about sports, right? Let's talk about some UFC stuff that happens.
Yeah.
I seen a lot of you guys like the UFC stuff. Not much is going on, just with bum-ass Conor, rape allegations supposedly.
Everybody getting a rape out.
Yeah,
who
got
got
stop Porzingis too. And I heard about that like a month ago, like 2 months ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, there's like some comments like on Mixtape page. They're like saying like they traded him because of that, because they don't want that kind of problem in New York City. Because you know, like the major, you know how big the media is in New York. That's kind of like a reason they did that.
So what's going on in the UFC?
Well, next week it'll be crazy ass fights. You know, next week it'll be the good fighters, whatever. But just yesterday there was 2 good fights at middleweight, 155, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy ass fucking knockouts. Some dude, they call him Homer Simpson, right? Because the way he punches, he just punch. He knocked the motherfucker out in the main event, knocked him out, right? Boom. His name was Justin Gage. Knocked out Edson Barbosa, right? And then the other fight was not a main event, but it was there. It was Michael Johnson.
Who?
Michael Johnson.
Who?
Some black dude. But he's nice with it. He get the hands though, right? And some guy named something Bennett. And he got fucked up like a year ago. And he had to sit out because his fucking face was caved in. Because you know when you get knocked out, they could hit you again when you fall on the floor and shit.
Right.
He got his face caved in.
Like
His eye was like floating around by itself, but like the orbital was inside and shit. So this is his first fight back after a couple of months. No, after a year, right? 3-round fight, right? He was losing both fights, both rounds. He was losing all 3 rounds basically, right? He was kind of in the groove though in the 3rd round, right? And then like the last 45 seconds, boom, just KO'd the dude, stiff.
In the 3rd round?
Yeah, in the 3rd round. And he was losing.
How long
So
was
it
the round? 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Oh,
So it's a good ass. That was a good comeback story for him. It's a good ass thing for Homer. Just
Boxing is 3, right?
Boxing is like 250, I think, some shit.
I think it's
3 minutes?
I don't pay attention to 250.
But yeah,
I see it go 249.
that's the thing. That's
a long fight.
That's the recap of UFC. My favorite division is the lightweight division. What do you guys' favorite division?
Why? Because they be throwing hands, right?
Yeah, because they kind of big, but they still light enough to
Do they wrestle?
Yeah, they do everything. Mixed martial arts.
I don't like when they take it to the ground.
Yeah, that's just white to me.
I just like when they be throwing hands and kicks.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that just like doing that.
Unless they they KO, they put him sleep on the ground.
Yeah,
But that's a different story.
That's wild.
That's a different story.
Yeah, they go kill them.
Can't fight with no UFC fighter.
Yeah, hell no.
I feel like that UFC is more practical in real life fighting than boxing.
Oh, yeah.
You can use everything.
Yeah, basically.
Bro, you see those fights where like MMA fighter versus normal dude, and he just kicks his leg, and they just like
Fucking drops.
yeah, your legs is done.
I remember I used to go to Taekwondo, and there's a teacher there, and he was a boxer and a Taekwondo player, mixed martial artist, and we were like, we were young, like 10 or something. We're like, yo, what would win in a real street fight? Taekwondo, what you know, or boxing that you know? And he was like, he leaned towards boxing.
Yeah,
What, Taekwondo?
Yeah,
sure.
like,
I don't know if I agree with that.
I think boxing only works. Like this is funny. I think boxing only works.
In a fair fight, though.
No, boxing only works if the other guy's a boxer too.
Yeah, so like we only throwing hands.
Yeah,
like,
we're only throwing hands.
If there's already like ground rules.
Nah,
And then in street fights, that shit don't happen.
Because boxing is really good in the UFC itself against other mixed martial arts.
That's true too.
Because like they work on someone on the legs and stuff. They don't have like the head movement, the hand speed. Like Conor McGregor shit is just basically boxing.
Yeah, but I mean street fight though.
Oh, street fights?
Like if a boxer's in a street fight, if he's fighting a regular dude that's a good street fighter, like he's at his fight.
He can still lose, right?
Yeah, he can still lose.
Yeah, you're right.
But the thing is, like, let's say
He'll
this
get
boxer in the street is fighting another boxer. That's the only time your boxing will come to hand because you know the other guy won't grab or won't do none of that.
But I kind of like the whole thing about boxing. Like any mixed martial artist, any fighter, right? The humility they have to not be try to fight like casuals and shit, like normal people.
Oh, they go to jail for that shit.
Hell yeah, some of them have their license.
And the thing is, if they're really known, they're just losing a lot of money. They're losing a lot of money out of that.
But yeah,
like if I was me, I'll start some shit and then just drop my guard.
You gotta be a special kind of stupid to start fighting.
Yeah. That's happened a few times too. And
They just don't.
I wouldn't do it.
But yeah, that's a little UFC recap. Let us know what fight you're looking for, what division you like. What are we talking about?
Girls or boys?
Oh yeah, springtime coming up.
Oh, the spring hose?
Spring hose. We're gonna finish it with the spring hose.
Little spring things.
I don't know where you're at, but we in New York City, East Coast. I'm gonna do a hand sign. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's hitting that 60-degree mark.
Actually,
You know.
I'm gonna do it now.
Nah, at least close.
Not do it locally.
Sucks.
But yeah, it's springtime, and it's what were you saying, Jimmy, about the girls and stuff?
Sundress is coming out.
Sundress coming out. It's not to drop. It's time to drop Old Faithful.
All reliable.
Take all reliable things to the back of the burn. Give her a couple shots. Right between her shots, and
That's
yeah.
toxic, man.
Oh shit! That's what we're gonna talk about. Fuck all that bullshit. You know why? Cause some shit like what I said, shit I can't even. I gotta identify her as non-junior.
I'll probably answer that.
I gotta identify her as a non-gender.
So what did you call it again?
Oh, it's some shit called cancel culture that I do not fuck with. Cancel the fucking cancel culture.
Stop being toxic.
Can you give us a summary on cancel culture?
Okay, I'm gonna give it a summary.
I haven't heard that term.
Have y'all known what cancel culture is?
That's toxic.
Go.
Stop slamming your fucking phone.
Tell me your cancel culture.
So look, this is what I think, and I'm not gonna lie, alright? I'll be sipping tea.
17.
I'll be out here.
So you be in the shade room?
Jeffrey's a shade room admin.
I'm an auntie, basically, alright? But like I was saying,
Ooh, child.
there's this thing that I hate where like people will bring up your old.
You just say what cancel culture.
That's what I'm saying. Cancel culture, right? People, whatever you see, whatever you done in the past that is negative or what it was, it's not progressive in this day and age, right? They'll use it as your breaking point, your falling point. Like, give an example. Kevin Hart with the Emmys, right? He said some gay stuff, so I can't even say the word, but I'm gonna say it.
He's like
faggot. You can't even say the word
whoa,
faggot.
you're a mug.
Like 10 years ago, that was a normal word people used to say, and now it's like hush hush. You can't say words like that.
You gotta
be completely correct.
Walk on eggshells.
Especially for people famous in the Hollywood where there's pedophiles and stuff. But I digress, right? They cancel you and they just basically take away your opportunities in future career stuff.
Yeah, they basically try to get you fired.
Yeah, they basically blackball you for
So you only got two options: fake it and make money, or speak your mind and lose a lot of deals.
And the thing is, it's only
right.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of racial stuff too that I kind of don't like about it, because you could say certain stuff if you're a minority. If a certain race or ethnicity came in your head, then that's I'm talking about minorities in general. It could be Latinos, it could be African American, it could be Asian or whatever.
There's only two minorities: Latinos and blacks. I don't think is Asian minority.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's minority.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, toxic, man.
How?
Well, I don't know.
Explain how.
Nah, just keep going.
No,
I
explain
think
how.
there's more minorities.
In the United States?
Yeah.
Everybody who's not white.
Yeah, everything's not white. Irish people, Italian, I don't know.
Nah, I think
They're white.
Europeans.
Yeah.
That's the thing though, it's a racial thing. It's either you're white or you're not white. And that's the thing. If you say stuff that's against them, even if it's correct, they'll still cancel you. Because you're the
I think that only applies to fucking people that are famous.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about but it's kind of streaming into the whole Twitter stuff and just
What's some ones that you remember? Popular examples of what's it called, cancel culture?
Oh, let me think.
I feel like I had a lot of.
Well, there's one with Kevin Hart first of all with the Emmy stuff. He had to back up by not being a host.
Yeah, he said he didn't want his son doing gay shit or whatever, in a stand-up thing 10 years
ago. Yeah. And they canceled because there's a really big LGBT.
So what's frowned upon? What can
you basically.
But give me
you
specifics though.
You can't be toxic. Man.
Specifics though, and I don't even know what that is. Toxic.
You just gotta be politically correct with everything.
Give me some specifics.
You gotta be.
Well, what's some topics you can touch base
on? Your gender.
Can't do gender. You can't do sexuality. You can't do race.
Everything that logic speaks about, basically. Your sexual orientation, your race, your religion.
Even politics.
Yeah. That's some bullshit.
And it's crazy because now the only reason I don't like it because now the little kids now growing up is. Well, not little kids, people maybe around 18 or 17, they're joining the left side, right? But it's the extreme left where now it's if you disagree with them, hey, you're racist or you're a Nazi or stuff like that. Which to be honest, I'm just saying in points of the social media because that hasn't happened here in Bushwick or Brooklyn specifically.
It's not for the regular person. It don't apply to regular people.
I don't think it's
because they don't lose anything from saying negative.
It's not. I don't think it's a real life thing, but it does have real world effects.
Yeah, but the thing is, in my mind right now, I'm thinking to myself, I was in that position of fame and fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm thinking would I fake it to make money and to get deals and get
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking the money's a little different when you get to that point. So I'm would I really speak my mind and shit?
Yeah.
Well, I guess everybody's.
Yeah.
I guess they shift opinions.
But it's not even say if I'm not famous now, right? But 10 years ago, 10 years from now, and I do get famous, and if I had some tweet that's yo, I don't fuck with Ecuadorian people.
Yeah,
that's because that's the thing that's messed up too is because they give you no redemption.
See, right now I'm saying I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But what if I was in a different position?
I mean,
where if I was to say,
Even
Or if I were to see something, you know, if I was to see something, what the fuck is the word? But I was to see something negative about a certain race or sexuality or something controversial.
Yeah.
If I'm in that position where that thing will hinder me
Mm-hmm.
in my thing, I think I agree, but.
But even if you have like a corporate job, like they'll look at your shit.
You can't say shit on Facebook.
Yeah. The thing is that like now because like you can't even have a redemption because like he said like 10 it's not even what you're doing right there at the present time. They're fucking castrating you from the media. It's what you did years ago, like decades ago, where it was acceptable. Is it the act like as if it's always been this progressive before? People obviously viewpoints change and shit.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm going with that shit only applies in corporate business and entertainment. For a casual person, if I want to see a fucking faggot and I'm like, yo, faggot, like I will do it because I don't give a fuck. But like,
podcast canceled.
But like, we're free to do it. Like, when they're talking about like one shit that pisses me off is the gender thing.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. We're gonna preface this by. I'm gonna give you this is a little a little title for this. It's a vent. We're not trying to say nothing. We're not trying to convince nobody. This is a little vent.
It's a little frustrating.
So what's very controversial that I know people in media can't get into is the male, female, or male non-binary.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that shit. It's like, bro, like when you were born,
yeah.
And it's crazy too because now there's some states where like they ask the parents in the birth certificate, do you want from male, female, or then they another
X.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Or like airlines, you can now apply for X and stuff.
Yeah.
And I heard a really funny joke from somebody. It was like, are you writing male? It's from some guy named Theo Vaughn, comedian. So are you writing male or female? And then like you can put whatever you want. And he's like, fuck that, I'm writing with the lower just in case the airplane falls out. I'm out there with the engine. Really funny joke. But yeah, like I said, personally, it doesn't really affect us, whereas
the casual, the everyday person.
And we don't really work in corporate America right now. I'm kind of blue collar. Jim's kind of blue collar, and Chris is
unemployed.
Post grad. So
I'm in between jobs already.
Yeah. So but yeah, that's a little event. Let us know what you think. What maybe you can change your mind, cause I'm all for whatever they want to do. You stand up, you fight for a change. You're allowed to have it.
Do you remember any controversial like people that had like step backs?
Besides Kevin Hart.
There's been a lot, but I just nothing's come to my mind.
I like my quote. If you fight for the change, then
It's the director from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
James Gunn. Yep. But they hired him back.
Yeah, they hired him back.
What else is there?
Even I think
Kevin Spacey.
Oh, he was doing.
But that was
wild shit.
That was wild. That's why.
This nigga.
Was this Shia LaBeouf doing something?
No.
Nah, he just went crazy. Yeah. Kevin Spacey, he used like fucking little boys and shit.
Or
you should get canceled.
There's a lot that we're forgetting about.
Yeah, it's kind of funny
because it happens all the time. It happens every week. Somebody else is getting canceled.
Yeah.
Like even like Charlemagne, like last year, he said something about like black women, and they tried to get him the fuck out.
Oh yeah, or like that's the thing they put race into it. Like Michael B. Jordan says that he doesn't like he dates white women, right?
Oh yeah.
They want to cancel him.
I like Charlemagne because he's very pro-black, like really pro-black.
Yeah.
But then like he bleaches his face.
No, he don't bleach his face.
His skin got lighter from like.
He like.
He said he got a skin discoloration.
Yeah.
But if you look back, he had like looking like black guys.
Yeah. But yeah, and also the thing. Well, I'm not white. We're Ecuadorian. Me and my brother we're Ecuadorian. We actually have dual citizenship, so.
I gotta do something.
We're Hispanic.
Yeah, so you gotta ease up off that ice.
We're Hispanic American, right? But the thing that I don't like though is that it's like any white person.
You want to talk about that white guy?
Any white person.
I thought about it and before we started, right?
That's funny. Any white person.
I was gonna ask you if you want to.
That shit's crazy.
No,
That's the first time in my life anything has ever been.
White people in power, if they have controversial, opinions or viewpoints, they're automatically canceled.
That's funny.
Which is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Because especially they have good. One example, everybody knows because I was like a nice psychoanalyst guy, Jordan Peterson.
Who's that?
Those guy?
Isn't that Q one of the Q people?
No.
No, that's Jordan Q.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson. He's kind of he did like psychoanalyst and he does like I don't know, but they label him as a right winger kind of dude.
What do you do?
He just gives lectures. He just gives lectures to be honest.
And they just label him that?
Yeah, because he just does.
I still keep coming to the thing.
I'm surprised you guys don't know, but yeah, they just because he's like a white older gentleman that he can't and you speak correctly and you win argument, that means you're racist or whatever. But besides that, what were we gonna say about white person?
Nah, it's not. I can't go over the fact that like, I guess your opinions are really different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least your public opinions, like behind closed doors, that you can say what you want.
Yeah.
But like your opinions really change from the position you're in.
Yeah.
Because from an everyday 9 to 5 person,
yeah.
you could talk shit as much as you're not in the public eye.
Oh, yeah.
But once you get to that point where it will.
Because it's not just you; it's just everybody that's behind you. So
Right.
if you're an actor, it's all the advertisements that go on
Right.
TV
It's
shows.
the
everything.
basically, you just can't say
You can't fuck up the money.
because you're gonna lose deals.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose advertising. You're gonna lose sponsorships.
Yeah.
So I'm still thinking about like, yo, if I was in that position, would I be real about it and like speak my mind, or would I, keep bite my tongue and get that money? I guess it really depends what position you're in. Unless you're like really passionate about it and you say fuck the money, let me see what I gotta say. But that barely applies for. No, because it just keeps coming to my mind, like what my opinions change about it.
I think the outrage only works if you're willing to change your stance.
Right.
So if you're saying like, yo, fuck what everybody else think, I'm gonna just do whatever I want.
Right.
The outrage is not gonna like, they're not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like if you're like flip flopping all the time,
Right.
that's when they like try to take advantage.
I guess it's kind of how you say it too. Because if you're on Twitter like, oh, fuck faggots, or baby, like, and then you're on Twitter like. This
But that's the thing though. It's not about that. It's not
hypothetical.
about that. It's like the amount of time before that they'll bring up is the main thing. Like they don't give you a
No, but
redemption. They don't let you
the
change.
things that happened
for the better.
before, that happened for people now that are newer and then saying
Yeah.
it. So
It
and
can't
then
even happen no more now.
yeah.
It's impossible. You're never gonna. But I'm gonna end up with
There's
this.
there's some wild guy going on like Vince Staples says a lot of things, but
Yeah, but he's like.
But he's black though.
But he always says something like controversial. So
Right,
like,
so he's-
even when people try to check him, he's like, nah, fuck y'all.
Yeah, you're right. I like him. He got some.
yeah,
good.
he's
he got some good.
he's like,
This is my last thing too. I'm gonna talk about this. You guys can talk. That also the celebrities, right? The amount of money they get, the amount of years they're in the industry, right? They get a little out of touch of the reality. So you just can't take what they say to faith. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. Whatever, and whatever side they're in, it's a PR thing. It's always gonna be a PR thing because they're a little touch of the reality. They don't really understand us. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're real activists or stuff like that.
Yeah, they just.
So
say,
you gotta give them a break sometimes, to be honest.
yeah, people only say something when they got
Still fucking
trying to sell
people-
something.
People gotta learn to stay.
for the most of the time they're pretty fucking dumb.
But yeah, but what were you saying though about white person?
Oh, so
Oh, you
this
were-
is my story. This I thought about it.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was there.
So
I was a witness.
we're ending the podcast at
With the story.
4:10. So basically at this
450, 450.
Not 4:10 because it's been 30 already. This is funny as shit. This is like the only things I ever had in my life that are controversial. So tell me, alright, so it's me, Chris, a couple other people, we leaving a party. Dude gets drunk.
is this with the girl?
Yeah, dude gets drunk. He's
You can't say
crying.
no names.
He's crying, I'm not name drop.
Like I said, he was crying though.
He was crying. He was the driver, so we couldn't leave. We was like a few blocks away from the house, and this girl, fucking intellectual.
A fake intellectual.
Intellectual.
A pseudo intellectual.
So to put in context, this girl, she's also Ecuadorian. I'm Ecuadorian. She's just she goes to Brown too. I think that's kind of big. Anyway, she go. I didn't even know how the fuck this conversation came into place. We was just chilling. I want to go home. I'm like, should I wait to the drivers or should I walk? Anyway, I really don't know what was said before, but then she's like, oh, you're lucky because you're white passing. I looked at her, I'm like, what does that even mean? She explained it to me, and I got heated because it made it sound like.
Explain what white passing is. Please.
This white. Okay, so white pass basically.
You should explain.
Yeah, you explain white passing.
Well, what people say white passing is, well, say we have Jeffrey and we have Jimmy here. If you would take a glance at them, quick glance.
If we're wearing a button down,
button
chinos,
down, you know what I mean?
some Clarks.
If they have a tie on, they look very,
Look
very.
at my tan line.
They look very white. You can't see the tie.
Alright.
But like, because you look white,
Yep.
people assume that you're passing as white.
Yep.
So I guess it doesn't really happen that much in the black culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
I'm actually half white,
He's half white.
and I'm dark.
that's a light you could get.
This is about as good as a
Shit.
job interview I get.
Shit can't go any lower.
Nah, this is the best chance I got to get in the
The
job.
palace
right now.
It's the palace, baby.
Once the sun come out, I got a little tan. You know what I mean? I'll start going down.
Alright, so basically white passing. What got me heated the most was she was like insinuating that I didn't go through the struggle just because I was fair skinned.
Yeah.
And then what I like this, so this is off topic but kind of on topic. What I think in my mind, like when jokes are appropriate now, is if you can't help it, if you're born like that,
Yep.
that's off topic because you literally can't do anything about it. Now, if you're fat, like I'm fat. If you're fat and you want to listen to someone that's fat, that's perfectly fine. You know why?
You can change it.
Because you could change it. If you're a fucking dumbass that like hops trains, you get caught, you go to jail. I'm gonna cut your ass for going to jail for some. You didn't have to do that.
Sure.
Things that aren't like for me that you can't joke about are things like rape and like mental.
There's some good rape.
Yeah, it's funny, but the thing is that we like, cause I met a girl.
Yeah.
And she was black and she got raped. I'm like, damn, that's not. Cause I was like making sexual jokes. I'm like, damn. I regretted it.
And now you feel toxic.
And that was the only time I'm like, damn, I was so out of line because I didn't know the fruit. So that kind of made me think like, yo, things that are out of your control shouldn't be made fun of.
Yep, that's true.
So I was thinking, I'm like, first of all, my dad is black as fuck.
Yeah, or that.
Like, I can't help that I'm fair skinned. And then I'm like, and then I was thinking about it because I know this girl, and I'm like, how am I white? To me, what I heard was you didn't go through the struggle.
That's basically what she was trying to say.
And I'm like, yo, first of all,
they live in a house.
you live in a fucking house your whole life.
Very privileged.
Very
privileged. You're
very wealthy.
You're what me and Jeffrey call white Ecuadorian.
Yeah, because I'm white Ecuadorian.
Because they're Ecuadorian, but they're well off.
They're middle class.
We live in a certain part in Bushwick.
Bro, that shit got me heated. And the funny thing is like I was looking at it. I wasn't gonna curse her because her little sister was there. I'm like, and I'm like, I have enough of this. When you could walk away, you walk. It was like what 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
I got my ass up. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna leave and walk up.
Dude's still crying.
He was there. So
That
you
shit
as a
was
minority,
crazy,
what do you think
bro.
about that when you see something like that?
Well, I don't know how the conversation got to that, but like,
Yeah, me neither.
me and we were talking and shit, and like basically, I feel like she was like trying to flex a little social activism shit or whatever.
Okay.
So I was just asking her questions and shit, and then she brought up like white passing or whatever, and then Jimmy got in his bag. You know what I mean? He's about to let the bitch.
But what did
He's about to let the
what did you think about
He's
like
about
that
to let the
exchange?
What was your whole? What was your?
Opinion when you left that conversation?
Well,
No, the whole situation. What's your thoughts on it?
I feel like she was just trying to flex, like pretty much, like she seemed like a fake activist to me.
Fake
like, and and like she tries to, she was talking about privilege, but I feel like she doesn't realize that she's very privileged.
So very not self-aware. Very.
Yeah, and I know a lot of girls like that.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, y'all don't know who y'all are. That's the problem.
That's the thing, though.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, that's another thing we could talk about. Maybe next week is self-awareness of, like Jimmy said, of where you came. Let's do 14, or 18, or 15. Of where you came from and how you got there, and the reasons why it happened. Because if I'm born into wealth, right, and I'm the light-skinned like I am, right. If people make fun of you because of that, saying, "Oh, but your parents got this," so obviously you're gonna be able to start make a startup company. Or obviously you could take a year off and travel and stuff because your family's wealthy. That's not a thing to bash on. That you should be happy for them. That's people that are not self-aware, that like understand that that's just how they were born, and you should be happy that you know some people that are able to do that. Because then what? You're gonna make somebody that's poor and say they're getting food and be like, "Oh well, you're another stereotype."
What I think is like, this is my opinion on everything. Like,
so that's just not fair at all.
This premise is like
But I think that's the whole overarching theme is self-awareness. Self-aware of what you think about yourself and what you project to other people. Because sometimes people like get over their emotions, they project and they don't even realize what they're saying. It's just headline news. Headline stuff that they kind of connect with because they seen it on a little headline on CNN and they agree with it.
I think self-aware it should work for everybody. You should really be self-aware of who you are.
That's our next podcast
and
topic.
The thing is, it's even worse when you're like kind of like in a negative state. Like you're in a negative situation and you're not self-aware. That's what self-awareness should come even more. It should be more prominent. Because if you're privileged and you don't realize that, and you go around talking a lot of shit, it looks really bad.
It does. Look really tacky.
Yeah.
And another thing I think is like a lot of these people that are privileged, they don't really have the stresses of their own. So they try to attach themselves to all these other issues that have nothing to do with them, just so they can have a sense of like.
That's a good.
I think everybody wants to be oppressed right now. It's like kind of trendy and shit.
That's kind of sad, right?
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
It's like everybody wants to feel bad about something. Everybody's depressed.
Yeah.
Everybody's going through racism.
They want to be part of something that they're just not part of.
Yeah, and why would you even want that?
Yeah.
It's not even.
They think it's like a character trait that you have.
Yeah, like.
Oh hey, yo, man, he came to the struggle, man. He's a black kid in America.
It's like white people feeling to say nigga. Like.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want to say nigga so bad?
Yeah.
The funniest meme I ever heard was like why can't we say that word? We made it. I was like,
That's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck? Yo,
But yeah, that's the one thing I think that's a really good thing. Is like it's self-awareness. I think we're gonna talk about the next week. But I'm gonna share a little story, right? Because white passing is true though.
No, it is.
It is
but
true.
It's,
And because you,
but like the thing
sounds
is,
like it
no,
could be.
the thing is, if you're white passing, a white person shouldn't tell you you're white passing. If you're white passing, it will come perfectly fine from like Hispanic. I'm like, nah, bro.
No, because
the second that it came out of my mouth, man, because
yeah. Because the thing is that because
you gotta breathe a little.
because you can think what you think about yourself, right, in terms of passing or prison, whatever, right? But you don't know how ignorant they are, or how uninformed, or maybe misguided of their. So if they clash, you know, she's gonna think she's right, you're gonna think you're right. It's gonna be like that, right? Because I remember, one time me and three of my friends, right, they're Hispanic, they're Mexicans, and they're darker skinned than me, right? Very cholo, right? So the dad had a car, right? We looked inside because I think he forgot that he wanted his school books to go to school, and he didn't have the key, so he was just double checking so he could go upstairs before he goes up the block and stuff. And then cops pulled us over. Cops stopped, see what we were doing, just looked through the window. They stopped us, right? And this was back when they had the check. Stop and frisk, right? And it's crazy. I still think about this too, because we're a little bit taller than Hispanics, and we are fairer skin. They pulled me aside. They're like, "Do you have anything on you?" I'm like, "No." So they pulled me aside. They just leave me there, right? And they stopped and frisked all three of them.
Right.
No, they got no weed. Oh, they got nothing. But before that, they asked me and pulled me aside. Like literally like a line, like you go over there, you go 3, they're getting fringe, and then, you know, we were like what, 15, 14, so it never really happened, we just went on our way. And good thing, because they had some weed on, they had some gas on them, somebody there. So it was good they didn't check that thoroughly, but yeah, there's white passing does happen. And guess what? It's not our fucking fault, it's not Hispanics' fault that this Spaniards came and fucking Europeans fucking, you know, had sex with, you know, people from our country.
I've had some white passing moments though, where it's like let's say I'm a group of Hispanics and they're all like 10, and I've seen women like they're being loud and shit. I've seen women give them funny looks, and then they was just being Jeffrey, and we do it exactly the same way. Like, they give like a weird ass smile.
Yep.
White passing.
And there is a little culture, anything like in Africa, like they're bleaching their skin or to be more lighter skin. Right?
Yeah. It's funny because
even in
Hispanic culture too.
They don't claim African Americans, right?
Cool.
Black people from Africa. I heard that somewhere. They don't claim African Americans.
I mean, it goes both ways.
So it could go way deep because in Hispanic, we're up into.
Huh? Yeah, it is though. And then they were all because like humans. I don't know why we're so divided.
One specific thing is like Argentinians, right? They're really light skinned, right? So they have like people think they have a little superior, they're a little superior for some reason. There's a little thing too, and also when you're with your Hispanic friend, they call me fucking puto gringo, right? Like a white boy, right? That's also known in the community, but it gets way deeper, and this is something that's gonna take way more years to get figured out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's never gonna work. Collectively, no, it's never gonna work.
Even being light skinned people look at this as like being like.
As black people?
Yeah, it's like you can't really relate to how we really go through.
So have you ever had a moment of like a dark skinned dude than you? He kind of like
kind
of hit you with the white passing, but like for black.
Not even white passing. Like I said,
just light skin.
I was in high school. I was just
light passing for them. White passing for them.
I was in high school. I was just talking like at the lunch table, and I said nigga, and dude checked me. He's like, yo, bro, you can't say that. I'm like, bro, I'm black. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, nah, you don't look black. And it was just like, yo, it's just like a little thing. Like,
yeah.
Damn, man.
But it's just ignorance. We see other people that sometimes it just happens.
Some bullshit.
And
yeah, see me outside.
They even talk about it like in the NBA, like how Steph Curry's like privileged compared to like LeBron.
He's black though.
But he got the shot, you know what I mean? You a little pretty boy, you shooting threes and shit.
He got green eyes.
Yeah, he got green eyes and shit. Got the waist.
And it's worse. It is worse when you're articulate. Like when you can speak correctly and have a conversation.
Talking white.
It's like you're talking white.
It's just you talking.
But it gets way deeper than this that we can't ever figure out. We can keep on talking and there's not gonna be an end because like there's no end to this.
Yeah. A lot of you hoes need to really have a check.
Because as long as it's not self-aware, you're gonna keep on. It's gonna be as big as the fucking hole you have.
What I was kind of getting, this came into my mind is like, at the end of the day, people gonna talk shit regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you're white passing, like, so let's say you're successful.
Yeah.
It's not people gonna talk shit because like, oh, you had it well off already.
Yeah.
Every scenario, situation, or
yeah.
people, there's something negative people are gonna find negative things about it.
Yeah, if you make it up, you're an Illuminati.
If you make let's say for a regular person, you make it out the hood, right?
Yeah.
Or this guy was privileged because
Yeah, both parents.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's say same guy, right? But he didn't make it out, or he does a bum because he's still.
Yeah.
People are gonna talk shit, so just do you.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's it.
That's the thing.
You just gotta realize negative people are gonna find negative about any situation.
Yeah.
But this is a good quote. It's like damn, I wish I knew this quote. It's like everybody. Fuck, I fucking love this quote. It's like a negative person. I mean, a positive person can find a solution for every problem, but a negative person can find a problem in every solution. It's like it applies. I'm gonna look that shit up, man.
But yeah, I think
chop it up.
I think we're done with that, right?
Yeah.
We got four
But
minutes.
I would like to talk about self-awareness next podcast. Leave a like what you think about that and all the, because a really good thing with the progressive coach nowadays is about mental health.
Yo, read we got
a lot of people
we got 4 minutes. So let's do fillers. Yo, read Eleanor Park.
I'm not reading that shit.
It's corny. Man.
Tell me your favorite things.
No, people like books. People don't like books. You don't like books, right?
I mean, I don't.
I love books.
So yeah.
I don't like books.
Yeah, but you just don't read.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can talk about books next episode, next podcast.
We have to talk about books, right?
You can get in your book bag.
We can take books
See
and
what I
self-awareness
did.
and
See what I did, y'all? Book bag. Come on. Mixtape coming soon. Y'all not ready.
Mixtape coming soon. Podcast. Leave a like, subscribe,
Leave some comments.
some comments.
Let us know how toxic we are.
Give us some likes on the podcast too. Don't forget it. I heard myself the podcast, this third episode. I thought it was really funny. Unbiasedly.
It can't be unbiased.
It was funny, man.
He was like, yeah, I killed that shit.
I was laughing. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a great time
So
watching.
yeah, listen to the podcast. Watch it on YouTube. We on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Anywhere you could get a podcast, we on that shit. We on SoundCloud. SoundCloud is dying, man.
Yeah, it's dying.
Shit, we can talk about that next episode.
Because what was the last episode?
Alright, so this is Jimmy, and you just finished watching the Mixtape Coming Soon podcast. If you enjoyed what you saw or heard, be interactive with all the major platforms we're on. We're out.
And we're bringing toxic masculinity back.
See you guys later.
I honestly don't know when we started.
That's it. Way longer.
At 4:15. So I know we did at least